With President Muhammadu Buhari visiting crisis states and spending much of Wednesday at Damanturu, Yobe State, Vice President Yemi Oshibajo presided over the Federal Executive Council meeting. As usual of the Vice President's style, the meeting was a long one lasting over 5 hours. Briefing journalists after Council, Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Mr. Ibe Kachukwu, says he gave a brief of his ministry's activities in the last 2 years. He said plans to fix the refineries are at advanced stage.
For the man on the street, it's always very easy to say, why hasn't X happened? The reality is that if you had a panel here today that would say what will happen to the refineries, I'm sure we'll all reach very divergent opinions of what we should do. But what the approval is to do is what we're trying to execute. Obviously, I've given myself and I've given the whole world a timeline of 2019 ends, and by then our own refinery should be working. All I'm doing is, unfortunately, I don't have the A to Z on this. I'll provide the supervision. There's a technical aspect that has got to be done. We started by saying that it was important to bring back those who build the refineries initially, so that we do not have the kind of difficulties you had with turnaround maintenances that never worked. But having brought them back, you do not have the financing, so you've got to go out and raise individuals who are willing to give those finances.
FCT Minister Malam Mohamed Musa Bello, who also presented his ministry's scorecard to Council, says the much talked about Abuja Light Rail project would soon commence.
Abuja mass rail system is in lots and is in phases. The tracks have been done, fully completed. The rail stations have been done and fully completed. And we have a set of coaches that we intend to start trial production. We do hope that within the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to be done by that, and then we'll start initial operations starting from the airport station to the metro station in the city center, which is a distance of about 44 kilometers.
Minister of Water Resources Adamu Suleiman Kazaure says the Jerry 8 Dam water project contract sum was varied from 3 to 11 billion naira.
We had a renegotiation with the contractor. We've made provisions going forward for the next 3 years to enable us complete this project. It has been augmented from 3-point-something billion to about 11 billion because it's been 12 years since it was first awarded, and work had stopped for, like I said, since around 2009, 2010. A lot has happened. Some of the work has deteriorated, exchange rate, cost of materials, and a lot of other things.
Minister of Trades and Investment Okechukwu Onelema says Council Wednesday ratified Nigeria's involvement in the proposed African Trade Free Zone project. Many across the country will no doubt be shocked to hear Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Dr. Ibe Kachukwu, still talking on plans to revive the nation's underperforming refineries 3 years into the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. That means for now, the nation would have to depend heavily on the importation of refined petroleum products. From the Aso Rock Presidential Villa, I'm Ikaro Atta, ITV News, Abuja.